Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you're going to find that you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Yeah, Matt and Mouse, it's great that they're in the chat right now. Thank you for coming in. You should be signing autographs. This is a channel I really enjoy watching. These creators do a really good job of describing all the different things that relate to their property, the things that they build, including their beautiful off-grid cabin. And I keep calling it cabin. I know they mention it sometimes. It's really a bunkie. And I just re-watched video right now while I was getting ready for this channel to be featured. It's the tour of the cabin. And they've got plenty of videos here. You can see what I mean. I'm actually taken away with the channel. But I have been ever since the very beginning. I believe what happened is they came in from our dear friend Just Jason Keto. He's on the road right now. And actually over there in BC, he would have met up with Matt and Mouse, I believe, already. And I could be mistaken, so forgive me if I'm getting that all twisted. Matt and Mouse is now at 2,000 subscribers, so they have to be excited about that. But you get an idea from the thumbnails here, all the different things that they're doing. But they do a really fantastic job with this cabin, and 149 square feet, which is not large. And they make it cozy, and I have always been fascinated with this kind of thing. Not the most outdoor person in the world, but I'm fascinated by tiny houses and cabins. They take us through the whole building process. They show us where they're getting everything. And one of the things I hadn't already noticed that I found out today is they've got 180,000 views on one of these videos, which is great to see. So they have to be excited about that. That's likely resulted in some growth for the channel. It's likely going to continue. But you see they've got a professional look to everything as well. The thumbnails look great. The banners looking good as well. They've got a website set up. They've got a lot of affiliate links. It's definitely not their first day when it comes to this channel. And when we look at shorts over here, these have started to get into 1,600, 1,700 views now on some of these. I'm sure that's going to continue, and those will continue to grow. They've got a live stream. This is the one I was talking about. So Just Jason Keto with Matt and Mouse and a few other creators did a StreamYard panel, which is something different for a few of these creators. And they got together, and I believe that might be the first time we were introduced to Matt and Mouse. They came into the Tuber Chat family right after that, and it's been about a year now. But I've really enjoyed the videos that I've watched. This is the kind of channel I think I could like literally sit there for a couple hours on a Sunday and just watch their videos and daydream about my own aspirations to build a cottage or a cabin or something like this. And I'm sure you'll feel the same way as soon as you get an idea. The two creators here have a perfect chemistry between each of them. And I just think it's fantastic what they're doing. So we feature a different channel at the beginning of every live stream, and that's to give you an opportunity to meet generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. I know not everybody can be here every day, not for 3 hours every time we're on, but we want to make sure that the community continues to connect, even though we expect to be here every 3 days and for 3 hours at a time. So hopefully everybody will connect with Matt and Mouse, and they're here with us regularly, more and more, actually, as time goes on, it seems. And then next up, we're going to look at the Stock Explorer. They gifted a membership a moment ago.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Now, a Georgia suburban homestead is being added to the wheel right now with John H. Shelton. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message, by the way. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat along with moderators, but super chatters and membership gifters skip the line and get put on the screen right away. Nobody has to do those kinds of things. The wheel and the screen are open to everyone, and we will get to as many channels as we can in the next 3 hours, but it's a little bonus that we give. The Stock Explorer has done that kind of thing a million times before. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead's doing the same thing right now. They've also done that a million times before, so we'll look at their channel next. I also see John H. Shelton dropping a super chat. He's done that a million times before, and Okies Eden is a little bit newer to us, so we're going to look at their channel as well with another super chat. And thank you, everybody, for all this generous support to get us started for today. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And we'll get moving. I got lots of introductions to do as well. Jesse Journals and Unboxes, along with Scratch and Pete PA, are both beloved and dedicated moderators. They're at the top of the wheel. Michael's Adventure sent over a raid again. He's been a dear friend since the beginning of Superchat. He does that kind of thing all the time. There it is, Bored as Heck Crafts. I was going to ask you for the name of the second channel again. That's one we're still getting to know. That's from our Georgia Suburban Homestead, so we'll see that in a moment. Fuzzy Adventures and More is here. The Real Martin 1998. Chris's Creation Fun is in the house, and I can tell you right now I'm ready for fall. I literally just said to Kristen moments ago that I am so glad that the heat wave is over, and I really think that today is the moment I've been waiting for. Pete knows what I'm talking about because he's only a couple of hours away, and we finally have had a break in the heat wave that's lasted all summer. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is here, Kristen, and then Fever Dream Animation is in the house. And then Palazzo Place is here, an enthusiastic creator. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Foodie's Vacations is here. Kyle Vlogs is in the house. And Bored as Heck Crafts, thank you for the super chat. Like I said, that's our Georgia Suburban Homestead. We're going to put both of their channels up in a quick second. The Amazing M&G, good to see you in the house. I caught them for a live stream yesterday, I think it was, right? Rushing Wind Mountain, Ruby, our dear friend. She's been with us from the beginning as well. We're talking literally 4 to 5 years for some creators here in the Tuber Chat family. Real Outdoor Living, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They're a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. And as I should have watched another video from Matt and Mouse, but they mention where they, how they acquired their bunkie and how they built it. So I ended up going over to the website and was window shopping for cabins and furniture and things like that. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We'll get moving here. The Stock Explorer is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. They have been for the last pretty much 5 years. And they're working on 2,500 subscribers now, which is great to see. They're monetized, of course, for a long time. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They were actually live just a few moments ago. And the Stock Explorer has a channel that has evolved over the years. And this creator started by bringing us the stock markets. They talk a little bit about crypto, but they often have charts and graphs with them. There's a lot of friendly conversation on the channel, a lot of opportunity to get to know Nora. But there is also lottery ticket scratching that was added a few years ago, and that has expanded now. So they might do a lot of different types of live streams. They might do a StreamYard panel. We might be out on the road with Nora. They might have charts and graphs for us to see talking stocks and crypto, or they might do some lottery ticket scratch battling with other creators and other channels, which is a really, really cool thing. If you haven't already seen it, it's very fast paced, very high energy. There are a lot of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters in the lottery ticket scratching community as well. And then thank you, Butler Family Farm. I promised you I was going to start crashing into you only once every 3 weeks. So we're finally on the rotation. I got to switch it up at Halloween. But until then, we shouldn't be on Monday again for a little while. Cliff, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then Butler Family Farm is also a beloved and dedicated member, so we will put them on the wheel right away. Talking about Nora's content and the fact that it's evolved, if we go back to the videos, you start to see in the oldest videos the fact they're talking a lot about stocks. They've often got product in hand. This creator has expanded and now gotten into, like I said, that lottery ticket scratch battling, where they've got a series talking to people for the very first time, meeting them, scratching lottery tickets with them, and listening to interesting stories. So I hope everybody will check that out. And then Nora's got more variety on the channel in shorts videos. Some of these have started to move into 3,000, 4,000, on the way to 5,000, and one over 15,000 views, which is great to see. We know that one still gets views because we've been watching it for a long time now. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer, and then I'm just going to show you another channel that they've got going on. This is Tropical Buzz, where Nora seeks to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. And they're in Florida, so they've got an extended growing season. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. And then they're over 300 subscribers now on a second channel, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. I just want to go back to the Stock Explorer for a moment here, because I want to show you something else that they do, which is kind of cool. Thank you for the share, by the way. Something's been up with the algorithm probably for about a month now. I noticed it about halfway through August. It may have started a little bit earlier than that, but almost everybody's probably going to agree. Things just seem a little bit weird. You're seeing channels that you don't usually see. You're missing a lot of the channels that you were seeing all the time. And YouTube rejigs the algorithm often, but lately there's been something up with the traffic as well. So shares are more important than ever before, and I appreciate that, of course. Nora does a lot of sharing for other people, but they also give some alpha, as we like to call it, to their audience, and that can include some members only content where they are bringing some of their stock plays and things like that. And that was cool. I actually caught Nora talking to Lisa J. Stocks. Was it yesterday? I think I can't remember if it was yesterday, I think. And then I just want to show I want to show everybody something else here for a second. On our channel, I always do my community post shares. I keep calling it the community tab, but you know what I mean, the post tab. And I do these in advance. So most of what we do is share for other people. And I have a system. It's not just members, moderators, and Superchatters and things like that. Everybody has the opportunity for this, just like the wheel, just like everything else here. And I've got a system where I mix things up. But when I set some of these shares in advance, you'll notice we share almost every 2 hours or so. I've already got Pete's ready to go for tomorrow afternoon. He's always on Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. But I put up a special one, and that's going to drop tomorrow afternoon. The video's already there. Some of you will already follow Gary V. He's an influencer for marketing and business, but he does a bit of YouTube as well, and he made a really interesting video. So I'm starting to share a little bit more of this. Jesse reminded me or introduced me to a video by Nick Nimmin the other day. He's a YouTube influencer I've been following since the beginning, and then Gary V is somebody I've followed for years as well. But he has an interesting take on what he expects to happen over the next year. And what he talks about in this video is the idea of variety in content, regardless of category or niche. And the reason for that, I'll add my own opinion here to this is TikTok really changed the game. A long time ago, when we were looking at MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and things like that, you had to have followers to have any of your content get out anywhere. The more followers you had, the more your content got pushed out. But TikTok changed that. You didn't have to have followers. Some people here have got TikTok accounts and are putting content over there. And you know as well as I do, if it hasn't happened to you yet, it probably will at some point. But you've likely seen it from other people where they will post something and the views far outweigh the followers that they have. So the other social networks have had to catch up. Now we have things like Instagram Reels, we have YouTube Shorts, and they're trying to mix these things up. This is why I think the algorithm is changing. And, they have no choice but to keep up, or people are just going to stop watching and stop creating, right? If it's not going to help. So I hope everybody will check these posts out that I put. First of all, it's a lot of influential creators here in the Superchat family that I share for. It basically goes in order of the people who have the most impact here. Same as the way the wheel works. It's based on how engaged you are in conversation in the chat. That determines the order in which we look at channels, basically. But now that I'm putting a little bit more of the content from these influencers, I hope everybody will go and watch that video, because it just reinforces something that is a big question here. A lot of times people will ask, do you have to have a niche or a category? And the biggest YouTubers like Think Media and Daryl Eves and Nick Nimmin and Roberto Blake and everybody else and I will agree, it is the best, easiest, fastest way to grow a channel. But the things we do here in the Tuberchat family give us a strong and solid foundation regardless of our content. And so this is a point I just want to drill home for everybody. I know I've given a long-winded speech there, but I just wanted to mention these things so that you might see a couple of things you might not otherwise have been aware of.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. I know Tim Mitchell just came in. The Source has been here for a few minutes. I put you on the wheel already. Judgment Day Mike Harper strolled in. I've got them on the wheel. And community absolutely is key on YouTube. Radio Jonesy, thank you for that. Forgive me, I was in your live stream, and I did hear you say that, yes, you did work in radio, but I was doing something else on the computer. I didn't hear the rest of what you said. I'm going to have to catch up with you and understand that. I'm just interested because I used to work in radio myself for a very long time, and it's always interesting to me personally. Let's just say Chris's creation fun. I hope I said hello. I know you've been here from the beginning. He's literally been here from the beginning of the channel as well, talking over 5 years of friendship. And then, the Source knows very well what community is because they have a similar thing going on. They bring variety on their channel, but they've been sending us friends from their community for months now. As soon as they found out about the Tuberchat family and started coming into these live streams, I think we meet at least one new friend from the Source every day, or every stream. And then Canadian Family Life is on the road as well. They're likely in Ontario right this second. Has your trip already come to its close? My dear goodness, time is flying. Yeah, it's unfortunate. The Canadian Family Life has been probably a little bit more than 6 hours away from me, but I just would not have been able to get there. I'll leave it to you to check out their channel and see what they were doing in Ontario, because they're from New Brunswick. It's quite a trek and quite a trip. I'll be looking forward to seeing some of the footage I hope that they've gotten. When we look at the screen, we see our Georgia Suburban Homestead. And the Stock Explorer, by the way, gifted a membership earlier, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead did the same thing right after and then dropped a super chat. All of that is is absolutely unnecessary, but appreciated, of course. And then we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Cruz Bolero's in the house. It's good to see you here. And when I look at our Georgia Suburban Homestead, they've got a couple of channels. They just started a new one. We'll look at that in a moment. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is going to bring us homesteading content, mostly outdoors, but they bring us into their home as well. They want to inspire us to grow our own food, even if we live in a residential neighborhood, because we certainly can. And then they post videos fairly frequently. And they've been consistent over the years. They're now working on 1,500 subscribers. Shorts on this channel have now gotten into 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 views on one of these. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they just did one. I see they're doing these more often than I thought. They're doing these once a month or so. They just did one a couple weeks ago. And then let me show you this second channel because it's brand new. Bored as Heck Crafts, it's called. And in the meantime, I see Cruz Bolero's dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. They've done that a million times before as well. We'll get their channel up right after Oki's Eden, who did the same thing. And thank you, Bored as Heck Crafts, for the super chat as well. And je suis désolé, je ne parle pas le français. This is the closest I can get to saying I don't speak French in French. Bored as Heck Crafts has got 6 subscribers right now. So we'd love to get this channel going. If anybody hasn't already connected, you recognize from the avatar, this is our Georgia Suburban Homestead. And they've got a couple of videos to get started with right now. One of them's perfect to connect with. It's just over 11 minutes. And then they've got another 46-minute one, which is great. So almost a full watch hour there for anybody that hits the channel, which is great. And then hopefully we can give them a strong and solid foundation. And they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here for several years now. And hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat, but it's time, I think, to get our next channel on the screen.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then when we look at John H. Shelton, we see a creator from the UK. He's also been with us for several years. He's actually been with us probably from the beginning, about 5 years by now. This creator brings all kinds of art on his channel. He literally writes. He brings literature. He brings poetry. He brings music. He brings reviews. And almost like short films. It's almost like amateur filmmaking, let's just say, beyond what we would do in a vlog or a YouTube video. And then John H. Shelton is now officially on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so he's got to be excited about that. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. So since he's past 1,900, that puts him officially on the road to 2,000 subscribers, which is exciting, and I'm sure he's happy about that. He's monetized as well. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We'll also get a lot of reviews, and this creator is probably the biggest Godzilla fan that I've met. You see that in his shorts videos, getting into 1,800 views. Another couple of them here. Actually, a good handful of them are well over 1,000 views. 1,200, 13, and 1,600, which is great to see. Live streams are occasional on this channel, but John's done them many times before, sometimes with a StreamYard panel type setup. And hopefully everybody, again, will connect with him. Like I said, he's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for about 5 years now. Shawnee Grows, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And that's exactly the same case for John H. Shelton and Oki's Eden, which is coming up right now. And then we're going to look at Cruz Bolero and see Shawnee Grows for the first time in another moment.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then Oki's Eden is up on the screen right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. I see the latest video that I went through here has not got the red line all the way across. So I'm going to put that. I see it's still in my catch-up list. I'm just going to double check after and make sure that that gets rerun. The catch-up list is just a fun name for a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And I'll put another video into that playlist right now, and I'm going to set my notification for your premiere. We set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. And then Oki's Eden, like I said, is somebody I'm just getting to know, but a homesteading channel with a lot of information on their About section. Then they've got shorts over here as well. Some of these have already moved into 3,000, 4,000, one at 6,000 views. And this gives me an opportunity to talk about another, we almost want to call it a glitch, but this is a good one, where we look at shorts, especially on a browser like I am right now, and I click on the popular tab. You expect all the shorts to go in order from highest views to lowest. But when they're out of order like this, it's likely because a couple of these shorts videos are still getting lots of views, which is great to see, and then they'll settle in the algorithm after a while. As well, we look at live streams over here, and we see that this creator is running live streams frequently, almost daily. They were just on, actually. I missed that one. But they've got another couple, and that'll be tomorrow and, yes, the 24th. So we'll be looking forward to that. This will be interesting to see, designing your 2026 garden plan. Even if you're not into homesteading yourself, if you're not engaging in gardening and things like that, if you've ever played Farmville or Heyday or anything like that, this might be interesting as well. Forgive me for laughing at my own joke, but literally I find that to be a great idea for a live stream. Not to mention the thumbnail, it really caught my eye. So thank you again, Oki's Eden, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We still got a couple channels to look at. Cruz Bolero's coming up for the same reason. Shawnee Grows is also coming up. I'm hoping I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then I haven't seen the pumpkins yet, the source. I'm going to have to keep that in mind, though. And then thank you, Tim Mitchell. Yeah, Butler Family Farm will be going live in about 15 minutes. We'll still be on after their live stream. Jerry and Susan at Butler Family Farm are usually on for about an hour, but we've got a lot of mutual friends as well. And then let's continue on. So what I'm going to do right now is we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I got a couple things to do, as a matter of fact. I didn't do the shares as much as I mentioned shares earlier. I didn't do them for us. So what I'm going to do right now is, if you want to see how to share very easily on Twitter or Reddit. Reddit is something most of you have seen me share on because I mentioned it in the chat. So Reddit can be a really evil place when we think about trolling and we think about, online opinions and division and political nonsense that goes on. It doesn't even have to be political. I put a video once on Reddit of a hotel in Ontario where I live. And I put that into an Ontario subreddit. And I just got slammed by people. Get out of here. This is free advertising. Don't post your videos here. You don't know what you're doing. And blah, blah, blah. And I understand, I promise you, how harsh things can be. So what I did was make a subreddit for us, and it's called Tuber Chat, of course. You can join it, and then when you're about to share something, you can select it from the list. Everybody's free to share videos of any kind. there from your YouTube channels. And then it's so easy. You see, I'm just selecting the subreddit. You don't have to do this, but you can add what they call flair just to let everybody know if it's a video or a live stream that you're sharing. And in the case of Tuberchat, I've got an extra one here just to give a little red flag to our live streams, and then you just click post, and that's it, and it's literally right there. And this is the Tuberchat subreddit, so you'll see that there are plenty of videos that have been shared in here. I do a lot, but there's a lot of other people. Blessed to Crochet has been sharing here. I thought I saw Michael's Adventures there, but I don't know if that was me. But anyway, really easy, and I meant to do this faster. Let's look at Twitter. I'm not sure if I'm on my personal one or the Tuberchat one, so I'll switch this really quickly. And I'll hop out of it. All you do is click the Twitter button. And Reddit and Twitter are so easy to share. I know I still call it Twitter, even though it's really X. And I just changed this up because it wants to truncate our title here. And while we're on break, I'll share on Facebook because I forgot to do that, but it takes another second. And then it's really that easy. So I just wanted to show that to you because right here on the YouTube platform, right? And then sharing is probably the number one thing we can do for each other. You know, the likes and the views and the comments and every moment that we watch really helps. But sharing is a really, really great thing for all of us. So Palazzo Place, thank you for the question. Before we take this break, they're asking about the hype button. This channel does have the hype button, but I will ask everybody not to use it for these live stream replays. I'd rather everybody save your hype for each other. Myself included. I have a personal channel and our music channel. If I get some more music videos or something, I'll ask for it there. But here, it really won't help. And I know it sounds ridiculous when I say that. But if you were to, let's say, hype, if a bunch of people were to hype the Tuberchat live stream replays, they would just get shown to people who would not truly be interested. And what would happen is those people would either not come in at all, or they'd come in here, they'd be like, what on earth is this? And then they'd leave because they may not be YouTube channel owners. So as much as I appreciate everything everybody does, like I said, I'd rather everybody save the hype for each other. I've been using it on other people's channels. For whatever reason, I seem to be able to hype with my personal channel for other people. And I've been doing that, but we only get 3 a week right now, so we'll have to see how those things go. But thank you for the question, Palazzo Place, because I really do appreciate that. But again, it's better to share for each other's videos. Bells and Stars, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. The Gambler After Dark is here. So let's take this break. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip for you from our interview series. These are videos on the Tuberchat channel now. They're extremely informative. So I hope everybody will go and watch these. There's 5 episodes right now, a 6th one coming. Emotion New Soul, good to see you in the house. And let's do this, and then we'll come right back. We use the term family a lot. I noticed you all doing it when I was just starting out. And then, you know, over the years, of course, we use that because it truly feels like that, especially when, you know, you haven't been on for a while. Somebody comes looking for you and notices. That's a good feeling, you know, and we try to do that for other people as well. But these are just examples of how this starts to feel like a family. And you hear me say often, I know Sylvia feels the same way, that we give much more to others than we expect to receive, knowing that we're going to get everything that we want. I mean, Sylvia, when I was first connected to you, and I can't remember now, I don't remember if it was 4 years or 5 years, but it's somewhere around there. And she was obviously already at it. But thinking back to how you must have felt, I don't know how soon you thought you were going to get over 10,000 and now towards 14,000 subscribers, but it must be a great feeling to see it continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm definitely blessed. I feel blessed. I just feel motivated. I feel uplifted. And I'm happy that I can connect with so many amazing supporters.
Mm-hmm.
The people who come in, they come in and they stick and they stay. Yes, not all
Yeah,
almost 14,000 people come over, but I have repeat offenders. And what I mean by repeat offenders,
of
I'll see
course.
you in my comments on Monday. I'll see you in my comments on Wednesday. See you in my comments on Friday. So you always coming back and you're
Yeah,
supporting me. And one thing that I do on my channel, and I think this is a big change, and with having so many supporters, when people leave a comment on any video, be it a short, be it a video, be it a live, I'm gonna respond back to you to acknowledge you for coming in, thanking you for coming in. And then I go to your channel and I watch something for you. In order to get
that's
support
wonderful.
on these YouTube streets, you got to give support. You have to give
For
it.
sure.
It's
Yeah.
$3.99 to go over there and watch a video of somebody and make a comment. You don't know how much you may
Mm-hmm.
change their life. You know?
All right, we'll take that 3.5 minute break and come right back. All right, we're just about back, and we've still got to look at Shawnee Grows. We're going to look at that channel next. Cruz Bolero and that creator both dropped super chats before we went on that break. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do. I've already started cleaning up the wheel for today. And I do that occasionally during the stream so that we can get to as many channels that are here in the chat as possible. But members and moderators will always be re-added to the wheel if I have removed their names. After a while, I will start adding names to the wheel from our chat list. It's based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. I love cinnamon raisin bread. I used to eat like way too much of that. I would come home from school and I would like eat slices and slices and slices of that, and I don't think my mother really understood that I was eating so much long before dinner and then would not have any kind of a monster appetite. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, good to see you in the house. I wasn't sure if you were passing through quickly or if you're still here. I know a lot of people step away from the chat while we go on those breaks and everything, but like I said, members and moderators always be added right back. So Judgment Day Mike Harper is on the wheel, and we'll get moving. Cruz Bolero is a creator that intends on bringing us travel, and this creator actually has a couple of different things to show us lately. I see they've got a brand new video here from a few days ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. They'll bring us cruising when they can, other travel-based content when they're closer to home. And I'm fully jealous every time I see a cruise ship, especially in people's thumbnails and things like that. And I'll be looking forward to this video. I've got it in that special playlist I keep talking about, and it's called my catch-up list, but it's just meant for me to keep or get caught up with creators. And Cruz Bolero's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember now. I'm wondering, I feel like it's longer than a year, but I might be mistaken. Yeah, longer than a year now, which is great to see. And then, and I appreciate it greatly. Live streams on this channel. They've done these before. They did one actually. Oh, they did a couple last week. Did I miss this the other day? Did I not realize that you'd done these? I can't remember for the life of me. I didn't realize you were still doing live streams again. Hopefully I'll catch one of these. I've got notification bells on for every single channel. So one of the things that I like to mention is the idea anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And what I mean by that is I check messages on Instagram usually several times a day, Facebook a couple times a day, and Twitter once in a while. But if you have something coming up, like a live stream, especially if it's a special occasion, I know you can't sit there and message every person you want to be in your live stream or premiere. But if you message me, I will certainly try to be there, even if I have to just peek in while I'm working or something like that. JD Day's weather and videos, weather videos and shorts. That's Jeremy D Day from JD Night 7. Beth Sunflower, good to see you in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at Cruz Bolero, like I said, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're here with us for almost every stream. I know not everybody can be. Tiff's Take, good to see you here. I think you were here before we started, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for coming back in. And I know it's tough when we're working. I have the same problem right now. I was off for many, many months, and then I took a new gig that keeps me right off of YouTube and everything else for my 40 hours a week. It feels like an eternity. Shawnee Grows dropped a super chat earlier, and thank you, Cruz Bolero, because they've both done that before. Or Cruz Bolero's done that before. I really do appreciate that. We're looking at Shawnee Grows actually for the first time right now. And this creator is getting really close to 1,000 subscribers already. 988, which is great to see. They're monetized already as well. So they're looking forward to that second level of the partner program. I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And so you see that Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now. This is a channel where Jerry and Susan give us a chance to get to know them and their 116 acres of farmland and a whole list of livestock that they bring as well. Cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, and koi. And Jerry and Susan live stream every Monday at this time, actually. They just started a few minutes ago. They'll be on for about an hour. Sometimes they give us a chance to get to know them, similar to what we see right here. They do a great job of keeping up with the chat, letting us know what they've been up to for the week. They recently got back from a cruise. They went to Seattle. I believe they met up with Tim Mitchell and Chef Seavey, and they were going to Alaska for a week. You see Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa there, and they had a bunch of other YouTubers and supporters with them on that cruise. So plenty of footage. Jerry put out a week's worth of footage every day. We're going to look at that in a quick second. They do live streams all the time, so they could be at home giving us a chance to catch up and get to know them. They could be doing a StreamYard panel, usually with a grid full of guests. Sometimes they head out for a lot of meetups and things like that, and they'll stream from the road when they're out there as well. So we'll always meet new channel owners and new friends when we're with them for live streams. Shorts on this channel have done really well. They've gotten into 10,000, 12,000 views. There's one at 53,000 here. And Butler Family Farm, Jerry has let us know that he started using the YouTube promotion system in the YouTube studio quite some time ago. It's many months now, but this channel went from just under 10,000 subscribers to over 110,000 now. So they've got their check mark. Actually, let me go back to their live stream here because I'll show you. There's their play button right there behind them on the wall. And spoiler alert for everybody there. They'll be on for, like I said, about an hour, and then Jerry will likely come right back in, as he usually does. They've got plenty of videos on the channel. They post several times a week, so they've got quite a bit of cruising content here from that cruise that they took. Like I said, it was a week long, and they went to Alaska. And I'm just going to grab the latest video for now. I'm going to put this into my catch-up playlist. But like I said, they bring us all of the things that come along with the livestock they look after. 116 acres of property. They've got neighbors that come by. They've got equipment all over the place. I learn a lot from this channel, as a matter of fact, because I'm much more of a city boy, surrounded much more by concrete, steel, and glass than nature and trees and wildlife and things like that. But Jerry and Susan have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for just about 5 years now. 4 years anyway. It's got to be 4 years. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're obviously monetized, but like I said, they put out tons and tons of content, and they're incredibly supportive. They're still out supporting other people all the time and here for just about every stream, and I appreciate that as well. Yeah, Jerry's offered many times, Nora, that if I come down there, I got to bring gloves with me. And it's amazing what you would be willing to do if you've never done it before. Whereas if somebody was working on a farm all the time, they might be like, I'm not doing work, I'm not working for free. But if somebody's never done it, they'd be like, yeah, I'd love to come and work on the farm for a day. I'd love to see what that's like. So some free labor if I can ever get out to Missouri. And then Jody Genealogy is in the house. Good to see you here. Just Jason Keto is also on the road. He might be out in BC right now. And forgive me for not being certain about where you are. Time is flying. I didn't realize Tiffany's trip is probably already at its end. Or very close. I think they were staying until Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And Jason's been on the road for a while. He's been out, as far as I understand, in BC. If I remember right, he was going to meet up with Madam Mouse. And forgive me if I'm wrong, because I asked in the chat earlier, and then a lot of times I ask a question, then I don't see the answer because I'm talking too much. But Go With The Flow Farm, good to see you in the house. They're also a member. I'm going to get them on the wheel. And then it's time to spin.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Look at that luck, Jason. Your channel came up right away. I'm always up for meetups. I've actually met up with Jason 3 times already. And thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yeah, Tiffany will be home on Thursday in New Brunswick. Jason only lives a couple hours away from me, so we've been able to meet up a few times, actually. And for anybody that can make it to Niagara Falls, Ontario, you just got to let me know. Just Jason Keto is working on 6,500 subscribers. This channel is growing really fast now. And this creator has always put a lot of work into this. He takes the YouTube journey, his community, his channel, and his theme, not to mention those of us in the Superchat family, all very seriously. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator here as well. And Just Jason Keto is going to help us on his channel with healthy eating and healthy living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He always motivates us with an interesting motto or slogan on his banner. He updates his graphics regularly. He does a lot of recipes on his channel and a lot of product reviews to go with those, where he can help us understand the ingredients and the way they're going to affect us, especially when we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He collaborates with other creators and gets involved in a lot of challenges as well, which is really cool. Whenever you collaborate with anybody else in any way at all, you're pretty much guaranteed to grab a handful of their most dedicated supporters. Then Jason introduces us to more people because he's got a lot of guests that join him on his channel. If I flip through the thumbnails far enough, I'll see them. He's been to Niagara Falls. Just Jason Keto will also do other product reviews. There's his barbecue. There's a one of those freeze-dry vacuum sealing gadgets. He's got the chaffle makers here. He's famous for chaffle recipes. He's done probably 100 of those among all the other recipes that he's done. Shorts on his channel give us a bit of a hint about healthy looking shorts or grilling shorts, getting into 5,000, 6,000, on the way towards 7,000 views, and one at 22,000. Which I've seen this one, and I promise you it's entertaining. It's a original short, so it's only about 15 seconds long, but it's worth the watch. And then live streams on the channel as well. He's often got guests over here. There's Amy from Rockin', she changed her name. I think it's Rockin' Coach Amy now, right? And Consume the Goodness. There's Kendra. He's got other guests that join him. So his live streams happen every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And I believe starting next week, he'll be back on schedule. And sometimes he has guests. Sometimes it's Jason keeping up with the chat. He's got a vibrant community as well that helps with questions and comments. He does a lot of Q&A and talks a lot about either YouTube a bit or especially keto-based diet and lifestyles. There's a lot of information out there, but the idea is to keep it fairly simple, motivating, inspiring, hopefully. And hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto. He always engages conversation here in the chat and talks about the different features that come out for YouTube, and encourages everybody to experiment with things like A/B testing. I got that on my personal channel this week, so I'll put a video out this week and I'll test that and let everybody know how that goes. He does the same thing. He keeps up with all of the new features and new advice as things change on YouTube. And then Jody Genealogy, thank you for the kind words. And the Stock Explorer is a Jamaican polka is coming up for, I can't remember what I said with that so long ago. And then the Stock Explorer, yeah, Oktoberfest. I wonder if that's something I'm imagining is celebrated around the world. Monkey Man Productions, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thank you, Chris's Creation Fun. He's always working. He might be streaming after as well. Let me know if you're streaming Chris's Clever Craft. Or sorry, that's Chris's Creation Fun. Pardon me. I might have said Chris's Clever Craft earlier. Forgive me for that. Chris's Creation Fun is Tiffany's husband from Canadian Family Life. And they're in Ontario right now. They'll be headed back to New Brunswick in a couple of days, but they're likely filming lots of interesting, different footage for both of their channels, maybe. And then, forgive me if I'm missing anybody in the chat. We had a super chat also from the Stock Explorer. We looked at their channel already, but thank you for that. I appreciate the extra generous support, absolutely unnecessary. And let's spin the wheel.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Yeah, forgive me, Chris's Creation Fun, because when you said you're going to get back to filming, Chris's Clever Craft, who's been with us from the beginning, has been streaming almost every day. That's why I was saying, let me know if you're streaming, because we'll go in and maybe raid after. Go with the Flow Farm, thank you for the gifted membership. We'll put your channel up next. Because of that, we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen. As soon as those things happen, Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. And Canadian Family Life, this is the channel I'm talking about. There's Chris from Chris's Creation Fun right there. The whole family gets involved. This is a family channel. So it's actually one of the fastest growing channels we've seen in the TuberChat family. Pardon me, Tiffany grew this channel to its first 3,000 subscribers. Pardon me, in barely over a year. And that's quite a feat, even by today's standards. I know things have gotten a little bit faster over the years. I don't want to say it's easy, because it's not, but it's easier, I promise you, than it was 8 years ago or 5 years ago, or however we want to look at it. And then, thank you, Angel Light Over Darkness 33. She'll be live in a little while. She's a member, so I'll put her on the wheel. She's been a friend since before TuberChat was even a thought. We've known each other for about 6 years, if I'm right. Could be even longer by now. And then Canadian Family Life up on the screen is going to bring us food bank grocery hauls, a lot of cooking and baking, product reviews, Happy Meal videos, shout-outs for other creators. They've got an impeccable container garden, which I don't know if I've been mentioning very much lately. They've been involved in vlogging, and the whole family gets involved in the channel. Now, Chris has his own channel. You've seen it in the chat, Chris's Creation Fun. So I'll leave it to you to check that out. And I'm just going to grab her latest cookies using brownie mix video. That'll be an interesting idea. And then she posts frequently as well, as you can see, usually multiple times a week. Shorts on this channel have gotten into almost 3,000 views, over 4,000 views, on the way towards 5,000 and 6,000 views, which is great to see. And like I said, they're in New Brunswick. Tiffany does live streams occasionally, but she just did one last week. And this is the kind of creator who can go live whenever she wants and will have a flood of support in the chat because she gives so much support to other people. I run into her probably every day supporting somebody in a live stream or a premiere or multiple. And this creator also had the foresight many years ago when they started their channel, at least a couple years ago, to get involved with a lot of other creators. So they have been featured in dozens of other live streams with StreamYard panel type conversations. And that's where I recognized Tiffany right away. Incredibly supportive. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life and Chris's Creation Fun. He does 3D printing. He works on solar equipment. He does a lot of do-it-yourself videos as well.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I feel like another channel came in. And as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Go with the Flow Farm gifted a membership a moment ago, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. And for that reason, we put them up on the screen right away. They're over 1,000 subscribers right now, and they've got it locked in. And they're posting frequently. So it's a lot of outdoor content here. And I'm guessing that this is more homesteading content than anything else that's expected. It's a channel I'm still getting to know. They've actually been with us for a while. And like I said, they're posting frequently. It's a lot of nature so far that I've seen more than anything else on this channel. They've got some shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 5,000, almost 6,000 views, over 10,000 views. I just want to dig through the thumbnails here. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels. And then by hanging out in premieres and live streams and watching videos, I get to know the content. And then, like I said, anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. So they've been doing a lot of live streams. A lot of creators are doing these lately where they're bringing us pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with it. They're doing a few other live streams in the meantime. But primarily that's what they're doing, and then anybody's welcome to go through and connect as well in a similar way to what we do here in Superchat. Vintage Style by Joe, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and let's spin the wheel. Thank you for the gifted membership. Go with the Flow Farm. They've done things like that before, and I really do appreciate that. And then we'll see what Judgment Day Mike Harper's got going on.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
What we're looking at right now, Judgment Day Mike Harper actually has a couple of different channels. This creator does a lot of reviews. A big wrestling fan, first of all, but does a lot of reviews of movies and television shows and things like that. I'm just going to grab his latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about where I get or keep caught up with creators. And then shorts on this channel feature a little bit more random content, but they've gotten into 1,500 views, 2,200 on another one. And then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator will either bring us some reviews or a lot of wrestling reviews and talk as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with that. When we look at this creator, we see he's got a second channel as well. Michael W. Harper. This is where he typically, look at this. Now it doesn't want to come up in the search results. YouTube's going to play games with me again. Here he is right here, Michael W. Harper. So this creator is about to hit 100 subscribers on this channel. If anybody hasn't already connected with him, I hope you will. And we'd love to get an extra 5 or 10. I know it's easier said than done, but just to make sure that 100 stays locked in. 100 is an important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. Even though Michael W. Harper has already been through this with one channel, it doesn't make it any less exciting when it's happening on another one. So we'd love to push him a little bit farther, and here he's going to give us more reviews, usually DVD or Blu-ray based, talking about movies and television shows. Then shorts on the channel as well. Here we get to know the creator a little bit more, but he's gotten into 400 and almost 500 views on those shorts, and a few live streams on this channel, but it's been about a year. We'll see if he's going to bring those back. We got notifications on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody. So go with the Flow Farm. Thank you. They're dropping a super chat so that we will look at Palazzo Place's channel, which we will. We're going to go for a break right now. We'll make that the channel we see when we come back. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Right before we go on that break, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series again. These are videos on the Superchat channel now. They're listed in a playlist and listed as a podcast, and they're very informative. All of the creators that are featured have been longtime friends of ours. They're going through all the same things that we are, except that they've all passed their 10,000 subscribers.
One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is, how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow, if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Tuberchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this.
All right, let's go for 3.5 minutes and we'll come right back. Oh, thank you, Scratch and PPA. Forgive me, everyone. M&J Metal, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I just wanted to show everybody something for a second, and then we're going to get to Palazzo Place's channel. So if you search for YouTube monetization qualifications, you'll soon come up to a page similar to this. The first link in this section of the YouTube Help Center is YouTube Partner Program Overview and Eligibility. They've changed things. A long time ago, it was easier to get monetized and this and that. And then 7 years ago, they added in around 7 years ago, they added in some qualification requirements where you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of 4,000 hours of public watch time. And it's very important that we remember that the term is public watch hours, because videos that are private or unlisted will not count. Shorts do not count towards that time limit either. They've since changed that. You now become monetized with 500 subscribers if you have 3,000 hours of watch time on your videos, and then you can get monetized through shorts, but we haven't had anybody in the Superchat community get monetized through the shorts method, so I'll just leave that out of the description. But it really is that easy. So the idea is that you want to obviously aim for subscribers to be growing on your channel, but you got to make sure that your retention is good. Your videos are causing people to watch as long as possible. I know it goes without saying, but I mention it anyway because we have to remember this, right? YouTube also has been a little more strict lately on the idea of repetitious content that they're calling it, or reused content. So that is an idea, and we've seen channels denied monetization for that reason. One of our friends, Nisa Faraway, had that trouble and then got right over it within about a week, which is good. But these are things to read and learn about. But those are the basics. So 3,000 hours of watch time. What is that, 180,000 minutes, let's just say. And it sounds like an enormous number when we're just starting out. But basically what happens is once you get there, you usually get there. I haven't heard many instances of channels worrying about getting demonetized for not keeping it up. So that hopefully is motivating for everybody to know that once you get to 3,000 hours of watch time, you're probably only going to grow from there. And this is why we put so much focus on the idea of a strong and solid foundation for your channel. Broke but bountifully blessed Carol, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to put them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and we're moving a little bit faster than usual today, which is great, even with my couple of long-winded speeches. If anybody needs me to elaborate on anything, then just please say so in the chat. Otherwise, we'll keep moving with channels right now. Go with the Flow Farm, drop the super chat so that we would look at Palazzo Place. And that's a wonderfully generous thing to have done. I'm sure Jen appreciates it on this channel, of course. They have some really wild weather on their channel. They're bringing random content right now. They've got a furry friend here they share with us, and then they've got some shorts on the channel as well. These have now gotten into 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 4,000 views on one of these and climbing, and then 756 subscribers, which is great. I'm hoping we can push Palazzo Place a little bit farther towards the 800 we know they must be thinking about. They are an enthusiastic creator who's obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're responsible for us gaining at least dozens of thumbs up, if not more, because of their energetic and friendly reminders, and I appreciate that, of course. Sterling's Makes and Adventures, good to see you back in the house. They're actually a longtime friend. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So let's think about spinning the wheel, and thank you again, Go with the Flow Farm, for another super chat.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
So I've never had a problem with YouTube for content. I got a guideline strike on my personal channel once, but that was because I was at a rally and somebody on stage said something that, you know, goes against what YouTube wants people to say, and so I had to delete that and everything else. On Twitch, our music channel actually got kicked out for a moment. I had to like requalify over there. And the reason why is because they have a strict rule that there has to be a live element to whatever you're live streaming. And if you were to see what I'm talking about, you'll notice our copyright-free music channel at the bottom of our homepage here on YouTube. But over there, I was doing virtual 24-hour live streams. And all I did was take some nightclub dancing footage from Grand Theft Auto, the video game, and loop it so that it kind of feels like a nightclub while there's, you know, kind of nightclub-ish dancey music playing. And then everybody can hop in and connect. And the idea is that it's just music. There's no voice. There's no sound effects. And people could use that music to run for their live streams in the background, things like that as well, because it's all copyright free. But because it's just looping, what happens is we have a little video game that plays as well. You can play in the chat. You say different things in the chat and things happen on the screen. You have a character that could jump around and everybody can shoot each other and do weird things. But the problem is if the game crashes, then there's no live element to the live stream. So I had to add a crypto ticker that's got like the price is like a stock ticker, but for crypto, just so that there's always a live element there, because the chances of two different online services going down at the same time is smaller. But these are things we have to know, right? So that we don't get in trouble. You don't want to do the work to get a channel moving and a year later when you're up for monetization find out you can't have it because you were doing something that was against the guidelines. So YouTube wants content, right? They don't just want us to point a camera at a wall and literally watch paint dry, although you could, but they're probably not going to monetize a channel for that. That's just my opinion, not saying I'm right. And then, oh, that's cool. The source is High Country Homestead. Are they doing their first live right this second? The source? Are they on right now? Together We Travel. Good to see you in the house. She's another supportive creator, so it's unfortunate if I can't make it into her first live stream when we were trying to encourage her to do it, actually. Driving Daily. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol is up on the screen right now. And this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us frequently since finding us many months ago. They were actually featured here the other day because they've been so impactful. This creator is showing us how to survive on Social Security after retirement. So she will talk about food bank grocery hauls, or certain subscription boxes, and the idea of growing some food at home, I believe, as well, right? These seed starters, for instance, is an example of that kind of video. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. She's working on 800 subscribers. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Shorts on this channel, and one of them's past 1,100 views, which is great to see. That will likely continue as they post more and more. And then they've got live streams that have come out many times, actually. It's been a while since I've caught you for one of these, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one. I got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then hopefully everybody, like I said, will connect with Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol. And then, 15 minutes in, I see the source. Yeah, lots of live streams go on for an hour. There are a lot of gamers that go on for many hours, and we've got some friends that do live streams that could be pretty lengthy. But I would say probably as an average, live streams last an hour or so. For most people. And then Sterling's Makes and Adventures. I'm just curious if I missed anything. If anybody mentioned anything that they meant for me to talk about. Yeah, Timmy, the racing channel. I know. Actually, I got to go look at the music channel. I hope we haven't lost monetization again. I did that once from not watching the calendar. We got to do like Tuber Chat after parties occasionally to keep the channel going. I expect to bring more music, but the services I was using, even Fiverr's going through some changes right now, but I had ordered music from real producers, and we own all the rights to all that music. It's all copyright free. It's published everywhere. We put it on Spotify and Deezer and iTunes and everywhere else, right? But it has become probably 10 times more expensive from all the services I was ever considering or using for that music. So I've had to like cut that off. I'm hoping maybe with the AI systems, there'll be some kind of a twist I can use to remix some of the songs we already have or something like that. But it's, I come from music as well. I worked in radio and as a DJ and stuff like that. So I don't want to put out just, whatever music is going to be made by the AI systems in 2 seconds, because I want it to be something that everybody can use, hopefully for years into the future, let's just say, that matches what we've already got, if that makes sense. Because that stuff was all produced by people. No AI that I know of was included. And we've had it for many years. So we'll see about that. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes is coming up right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then Jeremy D-Day's in the house. And I might need you just to pardon me for 1 second, and I will be right back. All right, we're about to look at Jesse Journals and Unboxes. This is a creator who's been with us from the beginning as well. She's probably been a friend of about 5 years. And the interesting thing about Jesse Journals and Unboxes is this creator's support for all of us has increased over the years. And that's a really tough thing because we're following more and more creators. It becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. Now, Jesse Journals and Unboxes is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator now. And that's actually long overdue. I've had more than one person reach out to kind of nominate her, let's just say, because of the impact she's had on them and on this community. This creator has unboxed all kinds of different things. She literally did a book subscription unboxing the other day. Lately, she's doing a lot of crafting supplies. She's got a lot of Happy Mail on the channel as well because of the impact she has on other people. But she's unboxed bath and beauty products, snacks, jewelry, stationery, just about anything you can think of. Some of it comes from subscription services like those mystery boxes. She does those often, but she also does things like Temu hauls, or like I said, there's Happy Mail videos on the channel, and she shows us a lot of the things that she makes with the things that she unboxes when it comes to things like crafting supplies. Then she features a lot of the things that she finds in the unboxing videos in her shorts videos. So we see things like washi tape here, we see snacks, we see bath and beauty products, we see jewelry, and the stationery I was talking about. There's all kinds of different things here, and she continues those today. I think she's posting more shorts than ever before now from what I've seen. As soon as I learned what washi tape actually was, she started posting all kinds here. You see these. And live streams are occasional on this channel, but Jessie Journals and Unboxes is the kind of creator who can basically go live anytime she wants, and she'll have a flood of support in the chat because she is out supporting other people all the time. She's here for every stream, for which I'm grateful for. If that makes sense, for which I'm grateful for. But I know how difficult that can be. We're here 3 times a week and for 3 hours at a time. I certainly don't expect anybody to be here for any amount of time at all. I really appreciate every moment. And I know we've got friends that run the stream in the background as well. Some people are driving, some people are working, some people are doing other things, some people are streaming, and they're still running Tuber Chat in the background while they do that. And I certainly do appreciate it. And Jessie Journals and Unboxes, though, like I said, is one of our moderators, and all of the moderators on this channel have been with us for many years. Most of them 5 years, some of them 4, and I think almost every single one, at least 2 or 3. And these are some of the most supportive creators that I have met in my 8 years on YouTube now. Tuber Chat's been here for 5 years. But each one of these creators has an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Every one of them allows and encourages the exact same thing. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jessie Journals and Unboxes and the rest of our moderators. I think everybody can see very easily that these live streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. I make as many mistakes as anybody, but they help me make this look easy. Angel Light Over Darkness 33, a friend of 6 years, is coming up now.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then Angel Light Over Darkness is up. This is a creator I met before Tuber Chat was even a thought. She's been a friend of 6 years, same as Jeremy D-Day, who's in the chat right now. AceFlaw1, Andy was here earlier. He also met around the same time. And these creators inspired the creation of Tuber Chat as a channel because they already allowed and encouraged people to connect in their live streams the same way that we do here, or pretty close to it. Angel Light Over Darkness has been doing this all this time. This creator has been a dear friend and one of our longest standing members as well. After all of these years of Tuber Chat, we're talking 5.5 years now, she still has a one-of-a-kind channel in this community out of over 6,000 channels. And when we look at what she's doing here, she reads angel numbers. If you haven't seen what this is yet, I recommend everybody go over to her channel, especially for a live stream. She's going to be live today. She might be live soon. And then actually, I got to remember this. She might be on after we're finished, so if she is, we'll raid into hers. Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is closing in on 3,900 subscribers. She's soon going to be on the road to 4,000. And this creator is going to bring us these angel numbers. They give us a hint as to what has been going on in our life, what might be happening today, what might be to come. This creator has done many shorts videos. Some of these have gotten into 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and almost 6,000 views. And then live streams on this channel as well. So she does these frequently, usually several times a week. And basically she does a similar idea in including the chat in the stream to what we do here. Now, you know that here we're putting people on the wheel, spinning the wheel, and then channels come up. She does things differently over there. You get into the stream, you're assigned an angel number when you arrive. She makes a list of all the channels in the chat, and then when it's your turn, it goes in order, then everybody comes up. So she will give free angel readings in every live stream. And it's really, really cool. She's done it for me dozens of times. And it's always exciting to hear. So hopefully everybody will connect with Angel Light Over Darkness. And like I said, she's working on 3,900 subscribers right now. That'll put her on the road to 4,000. We'll spin the wheel. I see Matthew's Bushcraft in the house. Matthew's Bushcraft is a creator that comes to us from the Big Family Expedition channel. But actually, Matthew's Bushcraft is here a lot of the time. And I'm glad you're in the chat right now, because I was literally just thinking about this between the last couple of streams. I hope you're okay with the way I'm going to put this. It's obvious on the channel, but Matthew's Bushcraft is one of the younger creators in the Superchat family, one of the youngest, as a matter of fact. And they are using their talents to share survival skills with people so that anybody of all ages can learn some really important things. But I wanted to mention the idea of Matthew's Bushcraft because this creator has been here in Superchat for just about every stream. They're here frequently, almost every stream, and usually for hours at a time. The other day they were actually here. I've got statistics in the background. They were the most engaged creator during the last stream, and it's really hard to take Scratch and PPA out of the top position every day, but once in a while somebody does. And I just wanted to thank Matthew's Bushcraft for that, because I can imagine in this world right now, there's so many different things drawing our attention. And I know people are doing things in the background. Lots of people are editing videos or, working on different streams or in multiple premieres and live streams, moderating and things like that. I do the same thing. But I appreciate every moment everybody spends. But I just wanted to mention that. So if anybody hasn't already connected with Matthew's Bushcraft, he's got a channel that I think anybody can learn from. But that's a creator who's incredibly supportive as well. And I just wanted to recognize that for a second. We're going to look at the source in a second.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Crafty Witch 232 is in the house. And thank you. Yeah, I wondered. Today I caught them for a live stream. I think were you making a hat? You had the, I feel like it's called a loom, even though it's round, and forgive me for not being certain. I caught your live stream, I think the second I got in from work. I could be wrong about that. So I was setting up my thing and getting like a few things all going on at the same time. And that's exactly what I mean. I know a lot of people are doing that even now. You got Tuberchat running, but you got a few other live streams running either in Windows or on a phone and things like that. And, Crafty Witch 232 is usually on in what I consider the evenings, because I'm in the Eastern time zone. She's usually on about 9 p.m. Eastern. But today was on early, so that was something a little bit different. And then the source is up on the screen right now. This is a friend of many months now that started sending us friends the moment they started coming into the Tuberchat community. And I really do appreciate that kind word of mouth, the things that this creator has been saying. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos. I'm going to grab this one because it's longer than the first one here. When we're connecting with creators, we always want to connect with videos that are 3 minutes or longer if possible. So I'm going to take this second video to catch up with. The source is posting all the time, and I mentioned this creator does a lot of variety. But one of the things that they do frequently is live streams, and they allow and encourage creators to meet. I think everybody can do this kind of thing while you're in any live stream on the Source's channel. But they have special support wheel live streams set up, especially for connecting. They interview a lot of creators as well. So it's great to see them promoting others, and then sometimes we get a chance to know the source. So hopefully everybody will follow that link that I think I dropped there. There it is. And this creator as well, maybe I'll drop their handle too, because they are a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I know everybody here will meet more friends when they're on this channel. They're working on 2,600 subscribers, which is great to see, and they're moving fast. Where did the beard and mustache go? Have you done a thumbnail? Oh, my dear goodness. A spoiler alert is coming up any second now. Oh, gosh. Everybody's going to say, oh, it takes 10 years off. That's what they say every time somebody does that. Wow. Did you lose a bet or what happened there? I'm just curious to know. The source is, like I said, working on 2,600 subscribers, but they're monetized. So lots of ways to support them when we get there. And then Defam Adventures, thank you so much. They're going to be live streaming soon as well. But thank you for coming in. And then let's think about spinning the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm.
Oh, I see. That's a challenge is what you're saying, the source. My dear goodness. And Tim Mitchell is up on the screen right now. So Tim Mitchell might be out right now because they were watching Butler Family Farm. They're usually on for about an hour. So my guess is that they're probably wrapping up their live stream soon and we'll be back. But lots of creators do that kind of thing. People are coming in and out of here all the time. It's almost time for me to get names onto the wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that in another moment here. But Tim Mitchell brings us 3 different channels to look at. This is the guy who's producing the videos on these channels. And when we look at Tim Mitchell, this is his channel specifically. He's got some outdoor content here. He's got some shorts to get the channel started with. Some of these are doing really well, 1,500, 1,800 views on a couple of these live streams on this channel. I was lucky to catch him a few days ago again. He's usually on the road. It's always stories to be told, letting us know what's going on for the day. But this is the creator that is producing videos for Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. I was lucky to catch their live stream yesterday. They're on every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I caught the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune. That actually live stream starts right at my bedtime. I'm in the 5 a.m. club now, so I go to bed early. But I was lucky to catch that at least for a few minutes. Now, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official has done a special video where they talk about how they met with Tim Mitchell. And I like stories like this, so I keep talking about this video, but hopefully everybody will go and watch this. Chef Sevi is the creator here. She's going to bring us through the kitchen to make some delicious looking meals and interesting combinations, actually, because the Wheel of Misfortune is a theme on this channel where the audience gets to pick the ingredients and then she's got to make whatever comes up on the wheel. So it's kind of fun. This creator will take us around the kitchen to show us a lot of the appliances, the bakeware, the cookware, and things like that as well. And she's got shorts on the channel. These have now gotten into 1,300 views on one, 1,200 on another. So they're continuing to grow. And I already mentioned the live streams. And then this creator's got another channel called the Unofficial Official Off-Topic Squirrel. And this is a complimentary channel. They go live once a month here, sometimes sporadically, but this channel now is over 100 subscribers. And this is where we get a behind-the-scenes look at Chef CV, and we get to know the creator a little bit better because she'll take us a little bit more into her life or out on the road, let's say. Shorts on this channel have now crossed 1,000 views, which is great to see. And then they've got live streams on the channel, like I said, as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tim Mitchell and Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And it's time for me to spin the wheel and add some names to the wheel from our chat list. I'm actually overdue with that. It's Chocolate Drop is sneaking in here. They are a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We're going to get Scratch and Pete PA's channel ready to go, because he's going to be the next channel we're going to look at. We're going to go for a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back, and right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. There are videos on the Superchat channel now listed in a playlist, and as a podcast, they're incredibly informative because all of the creators who have been included in that series are longtime friends of ours. They've literally been with us at least for a couple of years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it.
Yes.
But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video, watching you, if you see what I mean, you know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're basically making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, yes, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for 3.5 minutes and we'll come right back. All right, we're just about back and ready to look at Scratch and Pete PA. And this creator is known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, to say the least. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 8 years now on YouTube. Mark the Shark is in the house. Good to see you here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So when we look at what Scratch and Pete PA is doing, he's got an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he pits two lottery tickets against each other and then offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. I was wondering how long ago, I keep seeing, Pete, these X words. Lottery tickets right now, everywhere that I go. Pete is a fellow Canadian. He only lives a couple hours away from me. And so we see I recognize most of the lottery tickets that I see, maybe almost all of them. But it's interesting because he pits these tickets against each other, like I said, and it's a lesson that can be taken by everybody about how to build interactivity into your videos. He did this from the beginning. He put a lot of thought into what he was going to do before he did it. I insist on that. I'm sure that I'm right about it, because I knew him when he was PA before he changed his name to Scratch and Pete PA and started the content on the channel. So about 5.5 years ago is when he posted his very first video. He led up to what was going to be the Scratch Challenge series of videos, which continues today. And this creator has always had presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails, which you can see here. He gives us a hint about giveaways in those thumbnails as well that happen in his video series. His banner matches, and that's been updated every single week, if you can imagine that. And then his video editing skills have been complemented ever since his very first production. For anybody that's ever scratched a handful of different types of lottery tickets, you know that some of them work a little bit differently. So he has to adapt his video style based on the different tickets that appear in the videos as well. And it only struck me this year as an idea that is like an extra bunch of work that has to be done to make his series the way that it is. This creator premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. It is faster than what we've got going on here. He rivals those of Butler Family Farm, The Stock Explorer, Jesse Journals and Unboxes, Canadian Family Life, and several others. It's very fast-paced and very high energy and a lot of fun to be a part of. Now, this creator as well expanded the content on his channel a couple of years ago. He took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos. And these gave us a look around all the different areas he visited. And then he brought us some Italian lottery tickets we might not have otherwise seen as well. And then he brought us his very first live stream. So this fellow Canadian also happens to be monetized. He is closing in on 2,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. So you usually find him in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and Pete PA. If you can imagine, he has literally been here almost 850 times. Pretty soon I'll have to say 850. It's getting close to it. Well over 800 times for the entirety of the stream. I personally have no choice but to look at the sky and thank the dear Lord that somebody like Scratch and Pete PA even exists in the world to give so much positivity and support to other people, but not to mention to be able to call him a friend and have him here with us for the last well beyond 5 years. Like I said, it's over 5.5 years now. So Handcrafted by Jackie is coming up.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And then, handcrafted by Jackie. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've got 1,300 subscribers. They're giving us handcrafted ideas one stitch at a time, it seems. And then they've got some information on their About section. Self-taught crochet since 1999. And they're going to bring a lot of that, but it looks like they've got different types of crafts on the channel as well. So cross stitch and diamond painting we're going to see likely. So I'm going to grab one of their latest videos here. It's from a couple weeks ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. Those are really cool looking. How to make pumpkins out of yarn. And I'll be looking forward to seeing that. And this creator seems to be posting pretty frequently, actually. Most of these videos are perfect to connect with as well, anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes. And then there's plenty over that amount as well, and a few shorter ones. And here's an idea. This is a video I expected to do in the last 5 years and still haven't done. But how to add Nightbot to your stream. So it's only a few months ago, so it might be with the new dashboard and everything. But there's an idea for anybody that wants to see how to get Nightbot working. One of these days, I expect to still start making videos for Superchatters. I've been barking up that tree for 5 years, so hats off to you for getting it done. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,100, 2,100 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator seems to be live pretty frequently. So I caught them a couple days ago, and I caught them a few weeks ago. And hopefully I'll catch you a little more often. But I've got the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Hopefully everybody does the same.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So Driving Daily is about to go and drive right now. And one thing I don't know about Driving Daily yet, and it's inappropriate for me to ask right now just because you're about to go and do what you're doing. I don't want you to text and drive or anything. But I'm curious to know. So maybe we'll keep it in mind and you can fill me in. I'm just curious to know if you're layering the delivery services. So I'm in Canada, so ours are a little bit different. We have Uber, we have Lyft, we have some of the food delivery services, which I have not used yet, but Skip the Dishes is one, justeats.ca, so I think that's a Canadian one, and then Uber Eats, of course, and there's others. But what I have heard, because I've looked into that stuff as well, is when you're doing some of these driving gigs, right? It's a lot of people call it gig work. It's like a term on online, if I'm right about that. And you can layer these so people can drive like more than one service at a time. So if you're driving Uber Eats, but let's say you're an hour before the really heavy dinner time, maybe you're doing both so that you can get deliveries from both services at the same time. And then I've seen delivering packages as well, not just for Amazon, but like courier companies and things like that. There's people delivering furniture. There's people moving people. There's all kinds of different stuff. I didn't realize how many people deliver packages with Uber. And I think I heard about it from a driver. I can't remember for the life of me where I heard about it. But it was the idea of, like, let's say it's somebody's birthday. You can't go, but you want to send them a cake or something. You can get an Uber and just send it with them. So I think people were doing that on their own. They've probably done it with taxis over all these years and stuff. And then now Uber includes it as well. So I don't know very much. I haven't used Uber very many times. I've used it only if, like, my truck breaks down and I have to go to the shop or something like that. I'm lucky enough to have a vehicle that keeps going. Fever Dream Animation is up on the screen right now, and this creator is going to give us some information on their About section about what exactly we could expect in the term fever dream. And this creator is posting a lot of classic film, and it's actually been mentioned by more than one person that it's an underrated channel. So that's a great compliment. And like I said, I've heard it more than once in those exact words from different people. So I'm just going to grab the latest video here. They're posting frequently. I think they're still posting, I was going to say daily, but pretty close to it. At least a couple of times a week. They were going daily for a while. And they've got some shorts on the channel as well. These feature some different content and animation, I believe. But they've gotten into 1,700 views on one of these, 1,300 on another one, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with Fever Dream Animation. They've been with us a long time now, too. I don't think it's 2 years. But it's much longer than a year, if I'm not mistaken. And they're closing in on 500 subscribers. That's a very important and exciting milestone. Of course, we all know this. So hopefully we'll push them a little bit closer to that milestone today. I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Rushing Wind Mountain is another creator who's been with us for almost 5 years. 4 for sure. I might be getting confused about that with Rushing Wind Mountain. This is a channel that focuses on nature and wildlife. They've expanded into different content now, all along the same lines or in the same ballpark, but I'll explain in a second. But when Superchat had started, it's 5.5 years ago, after the first year, we started to have an influx of homesteading channels that were coming in. And a lot of those creators are still with us today, coming in some every day, some, once in a while. And Rushing Wind Mountain, I believe, was one of the first in that group, and I could be mistaken. They might have been with us much longer than that. We've had a couple of real growth spurts where we had a lot of travel channels come in. Lately, we've had a lot of quilting channels come in. We used to have a lot of makeup channels that were here regularly, and some of those creators continue to come through occasionally. And it's interesting because obviously there's channels here of every different kind of content. Oh, and then Rushing Wind Mountain just hit another milestone, which is great to see. This creator is bringing us pleasing audio and pleasing visuals, but they are changing up their About section occasionally here. So they said they're dedicated to be a quiet place in the noise, a shared sanctuary where they've got nature and wildlife, a mix of both, usually pleasing audio and visuals, like I say. I'm going to put the latest video into my catch-up list. This channel features videos anywhere from a minute to 12 hours long, and a lot of live streams as well. And when we start to look through the shorts videos, we find some humorous moments, especially when we get into the wildlife. But some of these have done really well. 11,000, 13,000, 16,000, and I think this one's still getting views. And then live streams on the channel as well. This creator has experimented with both types of live streams, vertical and horizontal, or portrait and landscape, right? And it's more of the same. This creator is bringing us pleasing audio, pleasing visuals, usually featuring nature. And like I said, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there as well. So Rushing Wind Mountain is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they've been with us for almost every stream over all this time for hours at a time, and I really do appreciate that. Again, I don't expect everybody or anybody at all to spend any amount of time here. I do appreciate every moment, but I just like to recognize some of the creators who've been here so long. First of all, because you'll connect with them and find some of that support coming back to you, but also to let everybody know here, especially if you're fairly new to the Tuber Chat family, there are literally people here even today who will be supporting you years into the future if you connect with them right now. That's what we're all here for. So let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
And then It's Chocolate Drop is coming up as well. She's been doing a ton of live streaming lately. She got this, like, I don't know if it's a second wind or what's going on. As soon as September hit, and this creator, It's Chocolate Drop, has been a friend for years. She will playfully call me Mr. Customer Service, and that started right from the beginning, and I believe it's because of my speaking style or my voice, of course, but that's one of the things that I like to mention, because I see inside jokes and references happening between different creators in all sorts of live streams and premieres and things like that. It's a heartwarming thing, in my opinion, because it lets you know that friendships are actually flourishing. You know what I mean? We talk about family, we talk about friendships, but it's absolutely true that a lot of the people that you're going to meet here, even today, whether it's brand new channels or whether it's people who've been here a million times before, are going to be supporting each other, not just weeks and months into the future, but years into the future. And I'm so glad that we were right about this 5 years ago when we started this channel. I had already seen other people doing this kind of thing, and it was interesting because when I said to my friends here on YouTube, I'm going to do a channel that does exactly what you do, but it's going to be only that and focused on friendships. And they all said, we will help you build it. They didn't say, go do your own thing. There's too many. Don't copy us. Find your own thing. They said, we'll come with you. And they did. And you hear me talk about some of these creators even today. And that's continued even after we started. A lot of the moderators here and other channels that I talk about that have been with us now for 4 or 5 years. Many channels have been with us for many months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. And it's not about playing favorites. It's just about understanding this continues today. Some of the people that we've met just in the last few months will likely be here years into the future. You know that I planned on doing 1,000 episodes of these before we even started. So we're still a year away from that, if not a year and a half maybe. We'll see. And then D. Noonan, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know my speeches get pretty long. It's Chocolate Drop is going to bring us a lot of cooking videos. And I know this creator to have brought us a lot of CVS tours. Let's just say. I'm Canadian, but I do know what CVS is. I believe I've been to more than one. TJ Maxx I'm familiar with, mostly from YouTube though. I don't think I've ever been to a TJ Maxx. But this creator's always smiling, always laughing. She brings us into her home. She might take us out on the road or for a different type of adventure as well. And this is an interesting idea between a cruise, meeting up with a lot of different creators, which puts me fully jealous. But this creator as well has got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 12,000, 13,000, 51,000 on one of these, which is great to see. And you see a lot of random content here, but a lot of cooking videos. And this creator I've caught for live streams in the kitchen more than anything else. She's been doing a ton of these lately again. And yeah, pretty frequently, not quite daily, but several times a week. And she always keeps up with the chat. She's always smiling, always laughing. There's always somebody else around. And hopefully everybody will connect with It's Chocolate Drop. And this creator, like I said, has been with us for years. And she just made a minor name change the other day, like a few weeks ago. It's Chocolate Drop. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. And Express Baskets and Treats, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So, Blaz, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We still can stay up to about 45 minutes if everybody would like. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We'll go for a break after we look at Emotion New Soul's 2 different channels. And then when we come back, we'll get to as many channels as we can. When we look at Emotion New Soul, we see another beloved and dedicated moderator here. He's been with us for years. This is a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer. Pardon me, with an official artist channel. You see his music note there. This creator, in my opinion, if you've never heard music from Emotion New Soul, as soon as you hear even one song, you will feel like you've heard this artist many times before. And I believe that that's not just because of his musical talent, but the years of singing and songwriting to go along with that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Emotion New Soul and see what I'm talking about. He brings music videos for his original productions. Sometimes he does compilations. Those can turn into live streams as well. He's got shorts on the channel with a small bit of variety, and then live streams on the channel as well. He's done some reaction videos, and he gives us a bit of a behind the scenes look. But I did mention he's got another channel called Writing with Emotion New Soul. And this is where we get a chance to meet the man behind the music and see how the music is made. He brings out his Logic system and shows us exactly what he's doing, where his inspiration for songwriting comes from. And then on this channel, he might do some more reaction videos. He brings us some shorts with a little bit of random content at almost 1,000 views. And then as well, this creator's got live streams, and these can include live performances or compilations similar to his other channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Emotion New Soul on both of these channels. He's been a dear friend all this time. Gloria's Platter, I see you coming in. And guess what time it is, Gloria's Platter? We're literally going to take a break right this second. And what we'll do is I'll play one more clip from our interview series for today. I try to mix these things up. I got another episode on its way. The 6th one with Be Amazing Sylvia is coming. But all of the creators here have been friends of ours for years. They've all been incredibly supportive and extremely helpful when it comes to the things that we do here, the way that we connect, experimenting, really getting engaged with the community. The next couple of creators we're going to hear from right this second are Danielle and James. And they've got an interesting twist on their channel, but they also came from Ireland and recently moved to Australia.
So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views. And people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you're a master at this one.
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. What do you think?
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna spiral. It's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube. could be a tag changed.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part, because like if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, oh, I can just look at a plane, or oh, what's going to happen here? I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we've went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video. We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought it was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice.
I hope everybody enjoys those clips and goes to follow the creators after. Their links are in the descriptions of those videos, of course. I forgot to spin the wheel, so let's do that right this second. I put New Horizons Above and Beyond there. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. Rob, a fellow Canadian, is in the house as a member. And then Crafty Witch 232 is coming up next, and I'll add some more names to the wheel in a second. All right, we're just about back. Oh, that's interesting, Just Jason Keto. Yes, if you're putting one thumbnail. What I noticed, and what we're talking about is the new A/B testing feature. So it's been called A/B testing since the early days of at least the World Wide Web, if not the internet. And it comes from advertising and things like that. And what they let you do now on YouTube, it used to be a feature you'd have to use TubeBuddy or something for. But what you can do is choose, and I'm not sure if everybody has this yet, but I got it on my personal channel. I'm getting a video ready for this week, so I noticed it. What you can do is add 3, not 2, but 3 different titles if you want to for your videos. I recommend, Jason recommends, anybody who has it would probably recommend that everybody try this. So you put 3 different titles on your videos, and what will happen is YouTube will show them randomly to different people. It says for about 2 weeks. And then in the end, it will pick the one that gets the most clicks. So I tried it today, and I'll have to wait forever to let everybody know how it works out after I put a video out and everything else. But it also now lets you, and has for a while, add 3 thumbnails to your videos. And the same thing applies. It'll show them randomly to people on YouTube, and it'll pick for you the one that gets the most clicks, so you don't have to guess, right? For some people, I understand wanting to have consistent thumbnails always of the same type. However, for a lot of creators, this is going to be a great feature. What I noticed today is when you're adding the thumbnails and the titles, you add them and it displays them together. So it's title and thumbnail, then it's title and thumbnail, then it's title and thumbnail. So I don't think that they randomly show separately. I think that they're together, but I could be mistaken. Oh, I see. Just Jason Keto has another tip there. We can stop it early if we want to pick something for ourselves, which is cool. CraftyWitch232 up on the screen right now. This creator I caught for a live stream earlier. When we look at their channel, they actually craft a lot of different types of things: cross stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads, and more. When I dig through their thumbnails here, you get an idea of some of what they're doing. A lot of 3D printing and crochet. I came to learn after knowing this creator now for quite some time. I can't remember for the life of me how long it's been. I don't think it's been 2 years yet, but it's long over a year. This creator makes a lot of things for the purpose of selling them. So you get a lot of pop culture references here, and these things have gotten into 10,000, 14,000 views, and you see what I'm talking about with a lot of different ideas that are recognizable here. And then live streams on this channel as well. So they were live earlier today. I caught that one. I caught them a couple of nights ago. They're usually on in the evenings. I'm in the Eastern time zone. Is it a year? Yeah, it feels like longer than a year. But thank you for that. That's Andy, the creator behind this channel, working on 3,500 subscribers now, which is great to see. So I believe the biggest reason for the growth on this channel, there's 2 reasons. One of them is because she's live streaming so much, and that will really help, but also because she's so supportive to other creators. I run into CraftyWitch232 all the time in different premieres and live streams, supporting other creators the way that we all typically do. So hopefully everybody will connect with CraftyWitch232. You'll see the interesting things they're creating, and they do a great job of keeping up with the chat while they're doing it as well. We know that that's something that seems almost like a skill that we have to learn when we start live streaming. Some people are able to keep up with the chat right away fairly naturally, and some people struggle with it a little bit. But it's something that can be improved, but CraftyWitch232 from the beginning has done a great job. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. I'm going to spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
I must have not mentioned it, but I added Matthew's Bushcraft and Vintage Style by Joe onto the wheel as well. New Horizons Above and Beyond is going to bring us a lot of random content, usually outdoors. There's those, is that an X word ticket that I was just talking about? It can't be. I wonder what kind of ticket that is, or is it Tetris? It looks more like Tetris, which is something that I absolutely love, of course. New Horizons Above and Beyond has 1,600 subscribers. I'm just going to grab your second latest video. It's longer than the 1 minute one there. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched here. This is the same creator behind the channel, Fuzzy Adventures and More. And then I'll show that channel in a quick second here, but they got some shorts, usually outdoors for these, and they've gotten into 1,700 and 2,300 views on a couple of these, which is great to see. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope Vintage Style by Joe is still here. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond is up on the screen with live streams now, and they've done these as experiments many times. I'm going to get their second channel onto the screen quickly, and we will spin the wheel in another moment here. We see that Fuzzy Adventures and More is complimentary content. They tend to take us on more adventures on this channel, it seems, but they've got some outdoor footage as well. They got shorts over here, and they're starting to build up. One's at 1,400 views, which is great to see. 198 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther, get them to the 200 we know they must be thinking about, and maybe a few extras to get that 200 locked in as well. So let's spin the wheel.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is Rob. This is another fellow Canadian. He's only a couple hours away from me as well. And this creator is going to bring us travel as much as possible. This creator actually gets involved with a lot of others for collaborations like StreamYard panels. He's been on a million different channels, and he was even on a panel with him about a month ago. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, when he is not cruising, is still going to bring us a lot of content. He posts frequently, usually reviewing different featured items from restaurants and takeout food places. He's even inspired me to go and try one of the things once. Where's the Little Caesars pizza ball looking things? And then it's funny because this, I liked it so much. I don't know if that's why, but Kristen made, it was really interesting what she did, where she rolled out what I think is pizza dough, but I'm unsure. And she rolled it with like pizza sauce and cheese and pepperoni and stuff, and made these cinnamon roll looking things, but they're pizza, and they were delicious. And it's probably something she'll do frequently now. So she's been experimenting with a lot of different things, baking up a storm all summer actually. And then Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, I'm going to grab your latest video, put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. That playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Rob does a lot of shorts here too, and has gotten into 1,800 and 2,400 views on a couple of these. And then live streams on the channel as well. Rob's got plenty set up, but you see what I mean. He's live streaming all the time. Look at the grids of friends that he's got. He's always on different people's channels and doing his own thing. This is the one that we all did together. There was Scotty J Travels and Cruising is Fun Anytime hosted this group of about 10 of us. I was happy to be involved in that. And we were talking YouTube, our experiences in our YouTube journey. Hopefully everybody will connect. We're cruising on the high seas and travel. We'll get them to 1,600 subscribers, and I'll spin the wheel and we'll see who's next.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And thank you for all the kind words in the chat as well. I don't I don't talk about every single thing that I see in the chat, and I miss most of it because I'm busy talking, but I do have a window that I keep beside me here that I can peek in there once in a while, but thank you everybody for that. Vintage Style by Joe is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She was recently featured. This is somebody who's had impact not only in the Tuber Chat live streams, but I've enjoyed the content I've seen on this channel. I'm often fascinated by things that I can't or don't do. So I haven't done a lot of sewing, certainly no quilting or anything like that. We were forced to do a bit of this when I was a young lad in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. They had sewing classes where we made a few different things, and I also happened to have been a Boy Scout when I was pretty young, so we learned to sew a little bit, I believe, there. I could probably do a really bad job of fixing my own jeans if I had to, but other than that, I understand what goes into patterns, and we were supposed to make a tracksuit. I never finished it. I used to never follow through and finish things. I made a stuffed animal once. I remember that. I think I gave it to my sister, but it ended up somewhere. And I think I made a pillow. I think that was the first thing, but my memory's not what it used to be. But I'm fascinated by things that I don't generally do. And Vintage Style by Joe is making vibrant, colorful things, but they've got a bit of a twist I found on their channel where they're often, not always, but often using scraps of fabrics and materials to make a lot of the things that they make. Now, it's really interesting because as I've gotten to know the channel even better now, first of all, I saw a lot of things they were making around the home that were innovative, but really vibrant and colorful. And that alone was something that I was taken away with. But this creator as well is doing a great job, first of all, on getting ahead of the curve for things like the autumn season that we're entering now. Christmas, she's already done a bunch of videos and will probably ride the wave up as traffic comes in from search for that. But this creator creates a lot of different things that can take hundreds of pieces of fabrics and materials to be put together. I mean, all we have to do is look at a quilt to understand how much work goes into that. But like this one here that I keep talking about every stream now, has 500 apparently triangles. Can you imagine cutting 500 triangles? And this is the kind of thing that she does on her channel. She's got shorts over here as well, and there's a little bit of random content mixed in here, but these have started to get into 2,600 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. I should ask some of my friends. My sister mentioned the other day that she wants a sewing machine, I believe. I think they have one, but it's may not be able to keep up with some of the things that she wants to make. She's a vendor for a lot of shows and things like that. Crafty Witch comes to mind if I think about the kind of things that she might be selling, although my sister makes different stuff. One of these days I'm hoping she'll get into YouTube a bit more and get involved over here with that. But right now she makes a lot of things like jewelry and stuff, and she goes to a lot of like the Comic-Con type shows and horror themed shows and things like that. Works for one of the movie companies, an independent movie company that does some horror movies and things. And I'm fascinated by the different things that people, let's say, can make in that way. But she did ask about a sewing machine, and I wonder about some of our quilting friends here that are going to have sewing machines that they can recommend for somebody who's not exactly starting out, but plans to punch out a lot of material thinking about brands and things like that. So Vintage Style by Joe, hopefully everybody will connect with. She's already monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's here for almost every stream, especially lately, and I appreciate that. Her support for us has increased over the time she's been in the Tuber Chat family. Jody Genealogy has 2 different channels. She's coming up next.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Sterling's Makes and Adventures is being added to the wheel, and Timmy the Racing channel is on there now. Jody Genealogy we know from Marketplace Boutique, and I'll show that channel to everybody in a moment. This one's a little bit newer, but she's been at this for many months now. So Singer machines are still it's still a popular brand, I guess. Vintage Style by Joe is saying not expensive, which is great, but I'll mention that to her when I talk to her. I'm lucky. I got a pretty tight-knit family. It's small, but my sister and I speak frequently, texting and whatnot. We see each other occasionally. Jody Genealogy is up on the screen right now, bringing us history, travel, and adventures. And this is a complimentary channel to Marketplace Boutique, which I'll talk about in a few moments. So this creator might have interesting stories to be told, and then she might take us out for adventures herself as well. Jody Genealogy seems to be posting pretty frequently and almost weekly, which is great. Shorts on this channel. She's always been known for bringing variety into shorts videos. You'll see that on her other channel, but she's gotten into 2100, 2800, 7200 on one of these here. Thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain. Live streams over here can be random content as well. It looks like, well, maybe not. Maybe it's not so random. I got to catch you for another one of these. I caught them for a fireside chat. And this one more of a adventure. Yeah, I'll have to catch you for one of these live streams where you're a little more into the theme of the channel. And then Marketplace Boutique is where Jody Genealogy is going to teach us about how to buy and sell on platforms like eBay. We can do a lot of different things. She'll even take us shopping and show us how to buy collections of things that can be split up and sold separately, let's just say, to profit from. I'm just going to grab this creator's latest video, put it into my catch-up list here that I keep talking about. She's at almost 3,000 subscribers on this channel, which is no surprise, but great to see. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's got a few tutorials here as well to help with our YouTube journey, whether it's graphic design or some of the inside features from YouTube Studio. And once in a while she does some random content, but primarily she's going to teach us how we can build another stream of income. Some of the shorts have done fantastic over here. 28,000, 35,000, 55,000 views. Like I mentioned earlier, when these are all out of order, it means that they're still growing, which is fantastic. And then live streams on the channel. She's collaborated with Backyard Trucker several times, and she's done plenty of live streams, sometimes on the water, sometimes on the road, and sometimes with a fireside chat. So hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique. That's the original channel from Jody Genealogy. And then our friend from New Brunswick, Paralife TV, or Wheelchair Ninja, is added to the wheel now. We'll spin and we'll get another channel ready to go.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Tropical Buzz is a second channel as well for Nora the Stock Explorer. and hopefully everybody will connect with them there. When we look at Timmy the Racing channel, we see a creator that's closing in on 260 subscribers right now. He'll be thinking about 300 soon enough. And this creator is going to bring us a lot of speed and a bit of spiritual inspiration as well. Timmy the Racing channel is an enthusiastic creator who's here for every stream and is probably responsible for us getting hundreds of thumbs up because of his energetic and friendly reminders and the kind words that he says in the chat as well. He really gets involved with a lot of creators. He was joking around with the source earlier, Scratch and PPA. He seems to have built a friendship with as well, and it's always heartwarming to see. And I'm always happy to see enthusiastic creators. Hopefully everybody will connect with Timmy the Racing channel, and then Matthew's Bushcraft is coming up right now. I've got to look and see if Angel Light Over Darkness has begun her live stream. I think she said she was about to go live or get ready for it. And yes, she's live right now. So I'm going to drop a link for her live stream. And pardon me while I look off into the other screen here to get that done. She has been a dear friend a long time, but she'll encourage and allow everybody to connect the same way we are here as well. So let me drop this in the chat. And I'll see everybody over there after Tuber Chat. We'll go through a few more channels here. And I'll leave this running for an extra 3 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections here. And I'll let her know. And Matthew's Bushcraft is up on the screen right now. And this is the creator I was talking about earlier from Big Family Expedition. This creator is using their talents to help teach survival skills to people of all ages on their channel. So you'll see this creator posts occasionally, but they take us for outdoor adventures as well. Even more so when we look at the family's channel, Big Family Expedition. They're here with us frequently as well. These creators actually traveled all the way through Canada to Alaska, I believe, and all the way back, and they bring us on that journey. Matthew's Bushcraft has been bringing us a lot of outdoor content ever since starting the channel, and Matthew's Bushcraft might have been with us for about 2 years as well by now, if I'm not mistaken. 214 subscribers. Hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 300. We know this creator's going to be thinking about, and they've got some shorts over here as well. Some of these have started to really move. 1,600, 2,200, 2,800 views, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with Matthew's Bushcraft, and they're here with us, like I said, frequently. They've actually been so engaged in conversation here in the chat over the last many streams that they're usually very close to the top of the list. I think in the last stream they actually overtook Scratch and PPA, if you could believe that, which is virtually impossible. Kathy's in the house. I've got your channel on the wheel right away today. We will see who's coming up in another second here.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Radio Jonesy is back in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Paralife TV, your wheelchair ninja. I actually met up with Shane last year. He came to Toronto, which is not too far from me. I grew up in Toronto. I now live in Niagara Falls in Canada. Paralife TV is interesting because this creator is always doing two things at once. So when they came into the Tuber Chat family, which is several years ago now, they were doing do-it-yourself videos, but from the perspective of life in a wheelchair. And this creator, I've learned from them even when we sat together talking We were together for about an hour. We just had a coffee in between family time. But Paralife TV, I've been lucky enough to hang out with on, meaning in his chat during some of his live streams. And this creator actually is extremely active. Physical fitness is something that is prominent in his channel and in his life. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, he changed the name, forgive me, I'm going to keep saying it wrong, is now almost at 4,300 subscribers, which is great to see. Their shorts over here as well, these have gotten into 14,000, 16,000, 22,000 views. And there's Shane there teaching us a few different things. And then here we go with the live streams. This is what I'm talking about. The last one, he was actually working on the garage, but I've caught him for many live streams where he's actually been working out. And I find it completely amusing that I sit there literally eating snacks, watching him work out when I know I should be trying to do the same thing. But hopefully everybody will connect with this fellow Canadian. And he's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Niagara Falls is beautiful, Radio Jonesy. It's a wonderful place to visit, a great place to live. I really do love it here, I think. And I try to get out on my personal channel and do live streams occasionally. I haven't done much in the summer because I hide from the heat and especially the sun. But now I've started to go out again. So I did a live stream the other day to get the fireworks. Actually, they do fireworks every day here. And I try to catch that at least once a year. But I got out for a couple of daytime streams as well. Kathy is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator that is moving pretty quickly, actually, considering I believe they just got started a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. 273 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know they must be thinking about. I'm going to grab the longer of your two latest videos for my catch-up list today. Every minute matters when we're thinking about watch time, so we'll get you 20 minutes of watch time right there. We need 180,000 to get monetized, so it's never too early to start, let's just say. And then shorts on this channel, these have started to move into 1,000 views, 3,000 views. It's a channel I'm still getting to know, but they're going to do a lot of different things. So they say the Flint Hills and everything in it. They're going to do geese, squirrels, water, nature, farm animals, crafts, faith, health. So lots for us to see on this channel. And then live streams over here as well. So this creator's done quite a few live streams. And hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. I'm assuming you're doing these while I'm out working. I caught one a few weeks ago, but it's been a little while. But I got notification bells on for every single channel in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. I'm going to drop a link again for Angel Light Over Darkness. And then just please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over there so she knows that you came from here. I haven't rated her in a long time, but she's been a friend of like 6 years now, if you can believe that.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Sterling's Makes and Adventures is a longtime friend as well. They've been with us many years. They have been making frequent appearances. They were here in the last live stream. They're back again today. They're at 89 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards that first 100. They're getting pretty close. We know it's an exciting and important milestone. And they say that this channel is their life summed up. So I'm expecting random content from this creator. They've got videos on the channel and they seem to be posting occasionally. So they put one up a month ago. They put another video up recently. and then hopefully everybody will connect. They have been pretty active in the chat today as well, so thank you for that. I always appreciate engagement in the chat. And then So Blaise is still in the house. Let's make sure we get So Blaise onto the wheel. If anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been seen, I got opportunity for another couple of channels before we go over and see Angel Light Over Darkness.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So Radio Jonesy is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I caught them for a live stream as well. I understand they were working in radio as well. Hence the logo with the microphone, of course. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos that they got going on here. They're going to talk about life lessons, knowledge, wisdom, I'm assuming. And this creator living their best life over 60 by the look of it. And then Radio Jonesy, like I said, I'm still getting to know. They've got shorts over here. They've gotten into 1,200 views, 1,600 views on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I caught them for this one a couple of days ago, and they were talking more YouTube than anything else on this one. So we'll see what is going to come up with this creator in future. Live streams, we've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody. And then I'm going to drop the link again for Angel Light Over Darkness. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here 3 times a week and for 3 hours every time we're on. But I do appreciate every moment. I know we got friends that run the stream in the background. Some are driving, some are working. And I appreciate every moment. Hopefully everybody will connect with our moderators. These streams wouldn't be able to be the way they are if it wasn't for their help. And Angel Light Over Darkness is a friend of like 6 years. She's going to let us continue connecting exactly the same way we are here. So I'll see everybody over there in a few minutes. I'll leave this running. And So Blaise is up on the screen right now. They have got over 2,000 subscribers, which is great to see. We'd love to push them towards the 2,100 they're thinking about. There's a channel I'm still getting to know, but they're going to bring us positivity and inspiration. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list that I keep talking about. They've got shorts on their channel as well that feature some random content, but they've got some, looks like reaction videos. Is that right? 18,000, 134,000 on one of these. My goodness. And then live streams on the channel as well. And hopefully I'll catch you for one of the... Have I not caught you for one of these yet at all? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago you were out, and hopefully I'll catch you for another one. I got notification bells on for every single channel. We do have one more channel we can look at. D Noonan is still here, so we'll put them up quickly and see what they've got going on for today. D Noonan, 519 subscribers, so that's exciting. They have to be happy about hitting that 500 milestone. It's important and exciting for everybody, of course. This creator is going to bring us some gardening by the look of it. So they're in Australia, and they've got some fur babies to share with us. They'll investigate some paranormal activity. We've had lots of friends come through with channels bringing that kind of content as well. We'll put this latest video into my catch-up list so I can see what you got going on. And a lot of beautiful thumbnails in the shorts there. Lots of different flowers and fruits and vegetables and things that are growing. 5,000, 8,400 views on one of these, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with D Noonan. They've actually been a longtime friend as well. They're here occasionally, and like I said, I appreciate every moment. So thank you, everyone. Again, let's make a quick exit, and I'll see you with Light Over Darkness. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.